Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Fall into a new career you'll love with WVU Medicine. On Thursday, October 20th, WVU Medicine is hosting a hiring event 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Health Sciences Center on the Berkeley Medical Center campus in Martinsburg. Speak to recruiters and hiring managers about opportunities in patient access, radiology, nursing, and more. To RSVP, check us out on LinkedIn or our Facebook page at WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers. We hope to see you there.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. Live from the Neon Moon in Martinsburg, it's time for Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Good evening and welcome out to the Neon Moon Tavern here at 4529 Shepherdstown Road for this edition of Monday Night Mayhem. Spencer Dupuy and Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube for another edition of Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon Tavern. Come out and enjoy a beverage and some food of your choice. We got 2 hours here. We'll be joined by head coach Ernie McCook of the Shepherd Rams football team at 6:30. The 5-0 Shepherd Rams football team. After 7, we'll be joined by Tyson Bagent and his center, Adam Stilley, both Martinsburg grads. Adam Stilley took an interesting route to get here to Shepherdstown. He went to Morgantown. So he went from Martinsburg to Morgantown to get back to Shepherdstown. We'll talk to him about what it's like coming back here to Shepherdstown and his experience, what his experience has been like getting here. And we'll talk with Tyson Bagent as always. And Travis Bagent will be here to do some arm wrestling right behind us at the end of the show. But
yeah, $2,000, I believe.
$2,000
I
could use
that.
Can
match up with the Beast. So are you sending out a rematch if you can use that $2,000?
I mean, I could use that $2,000. I won't win, though.
I don't think anybody's going to win. I think it eventually will just have to change to how long can you last against the Beast and Travis Bagent. And from there on out, maybe it gives you the money, maybe not. But, I mean, nobody has stood a chance so far at the end of the show, and I think that's going to continue until the final show.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to win that. The money that's going to keep going up by $500 a week There's no way anybody's beating Travis. And if you do, then you'll get a shout out on our daily show as well. But you better come on down to the Neon Moon. They got some good beers on draft. Colin, what'd you get?
I got my favorite, the Mango Cart, out of Los Angeles, California. So it has been my favorite for past few years, and it's really grown nationally. So I enjoy drinking it, and have been searching for it for a while, and then eventually it finally became popular thing, and now it's on draft almost everywhere. You can even get it at sporting events. It seems like at every stadium. So, how about you?
I've got the Great Lakes Oktoberfest. That's actually really good.
Oktoberfest is pretty good.
I had it, I want to say, in college. I actually had it late. Like, I got it for my birthday as a mix of 6.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what, this is really good. And then I just never, thought about it because, I'm the guy that will just eat the same thing and drink the same thing. So I'm content with my Miller Lite, but every once in a while you got to mix it up, throw in some.
Hefeweizens are good, so you're welcome for helping me out there, because I originally asked for the lemon Hefeweizen and they said it changed to the Oktoberfest, and that's what got you to choose that one. But you ready to talk some football? Even though all the local NFL teams, unfortunately, lost this past week, so everybody's kind of down in the dumps.
We got to open it up, and you've put on this sheet. So the Cowboys beat the Commanders 25-10. Hear all the Commanders games on Talk Radio WRNR 106.5 FM on the FM dial and 740 on the AM dial. What's wrong in Washington? Well, his first name starts with a D and his last name starts with an S.
And for those of you that don't know, it's Dan Snyder.
Who doesn't run day-to-day operations, but what did the Commanders post on their social media this weekend?
I saw it. I don't know if our viewers or listeners saw it, but there was a picture of Dan and Tanya Snyder along with Jason Wright, the president of the Washington Commanders, alongside Jerry Jones, and there were a lot of bashing of that photo and people asking to delete that from the Washington Commanders.
I just
social
don't know
media,
why they would even think
about a lot of bad jokes, obviously, but I mean, when he's the owner of the team, he gets the final say in what's posted and what's not. So I'm going to leave those jokes just for social media. So if that's what you're about to do, I'd say don't do it.
I was going to say I saw one.
If you're thinking of the joke that I'm thinking of, don't say that joke.
The two of them cropped?
No.
Jerry Jones
who some people were comparing
Dan
those two people to.
No,
I was
Jerry
saying,
Jones
don't
and
make
Dan
that joke.
Snyder cropped was the funniest thing ever, because somebody said Jerry Jones looks like he doesn't want to be here. And then he
that's true. It did seem like he did not want to be there at all, but at the same time, a lot of people believe that the only reason Dan Snyder is still an owner of an NFL team is because of how much power Jerry Jones has, or perceived power Jerry Jones has.
That's free 2 wins a year for Jerry Jones.
Unfortunately, unless something crazy happens. I mean, hate the Cowboys, but Cooper Rush, man, 4-0 as a starter now. And with Dak Prescott, it seems like progressing from his injury to be healthy. Do you actually make the switch?
I don't know. That's got to, if he comes in and he wins, or if he continues to keep winning, I don't know what you do. Because the minute you go back to Dak and then he's not able to get a win, your fan base is going to be calling for Rush.
Or is it going to be the same thing, kind of like, even though we'll talk about him later, the Steelers? You put Dak back in, but he's on a very short leash because of how well Cooper Rush has done, and even though it's not always been him, the defense of Dallas has done really well, and unfortunately on Washington's side with Micah Parsons and the entire defensive line for Dallas been able to really put pressure on Carson Wentz, which has been a common theme this entire season, or even Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, I'm about to throw a compliment out there, and it's a very big one, and I think they said it on the broadcast as well. Micah Parsons is in his second year in the league, and he already looks like a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he is a very talented player for Dallas, and soon we can that young talent on Washington's side and Chase Young come back fully healthy.
Yeah, you mentioned that this week would be the first week that you could take guys off the short-term IR, the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. Ron Rivera confirmed today that Chase Young will not come off the list. He is not ready yet. He needs a little bit more time. Team insider from NBC Sports Washington, J.P. Finley, has kind of reported all along Halloween is their target for him to come back.
Which is very tough, especially this week because you know how talented Chase Young is, and a lot of people believe that that talent is strength in the passing rush. But Washington needs him next week to be a run stopper when they take on the
Derrick Henry.
Titans, and King Henry being the nickname. I mean, he had an absolutely dominant performance against the Indianapolis Colts. Trying to pull up the stats now here quickly for you. And Henry, 22 carries, 114 yards, so an average of 5.2 a pop, and 1 rushing touchdown. And if he's not there, I think he goes for a lot more than that next week against Washington.
Yeah, and one thing I want to mention about Chase Young specifically is you see how much of a team guy he is. Most of the time when you're on PUP, you're out, you're on IR, whatever, you know you're going to be out for an extended period of time. You're not traveling with the team when you know you're not going to play.
Yeah, especially because a lot of people want you to concentrate on yourself to make sure that you're healthy, but it's been the opposite for him, and I'll let you finish your point.
My other point is that, he's there, and no matter what is going on, he is in tune to the game.
He's there.
He's right next to Ron Rivera no matter what is going on. Like, the offense is going, the defense is on the field, the special teams is on the field. He doesn't move. He stands right behind Ron Rivera, which I think is very good to show that he is a team guy, and he wants this team to succeed.
Yeah, and I think everybody does.
Because he could easily
Washington fan base, Washington staff, and the players.
He could easily be back in Ashburn just chilling on his couch.
Yeah, but he's not that type of guy, and it shows the leadership that he has. And the question that I put on our topics will the return of Chase Young and then Brian Robinson whenever he comes back, because a lot of people are saying it's been a pretty positive, miraculous comeback since he was unfortunately shot twice in the leg. I don't think he's going to be back this week, but when those two guys are back, will it be a spark for Washington, or is it going to be too little too late looking at the schedule? And the matter of the fact is that Washington in the next upcoming games are not the favorites, and you're already at 1-3, so when they do come back, worst case scenario, you're 1-4, maybe 1-5. Is it too little too late?
I don't know, but his clock, so he's got a window. I think it's a 21-day window that they can activate it after he starts practicing. They're starting that clock on Wednesday. He's been cleared by the doctors. We saw him on the side fields working the last couple weeks. But this is kind of controversial. I'm just seeing this now. I guess Ron Rivera was asked about Brian Robinson returning.
Okay.
In his
press conference today?
Zoom today.
Okay.
And he said, quote, "It will be a nice shot in the arm."
Oh, that is not a smart use of words there from Coach Rivera, who I believe on the Sports Junkies, there's can't remember who it was, already calling for Rivera's resignation, which I don't fully agree with yet. I want to see how the rest of the season goes, but it's tough for those two guys in Young, who, as you mentioned earlier, it seems like won't be back this week against the Titans. Robinson, you don't know with his unfortunate event on how long his time frame is, but because this week's already here, creeping up, you got a game Sunday, and then right after that it's a short week for Washington on a Thursday night primetime against the Bears.
So I think we see Robinson Thursday night. I don't think we see him Sunday.
On the road?
Yeah,
in Chicago. Soldier Field, which is a dump. I mean, maybe not as much as FedEx Field, but it's right up there with it. Do you risk that?
I think we see him. I think that we're not going to – either that or we see him Sunday and not Thursday.
Okay.
But, I mean, he's still got to kind of get in game shape, so I think he's going to use the next week to do so. But I think Chase Young can provide a spark defensively. It seems like Sweat, I believe. Is it Sweat? I think he's got zero sacks.
Yeah, it's been a struggle on that defensive line, and overall the defense looked pretty solid against Dallas. I mean, other than maybe the secondary.
Yeah.
But you had the 2 interceptions that unfortunately were called back due to penalties, and if that wasn't the case, I think Washington still probably would lose because of how much the offense has unfortunately been struggling, but it would have been closer than 25-10.
Yeah, I think it would have been closer to 25-10, but let's shut the book on the Commanders. The Jets come back and beat the Steelers 24-20. Mitch Trubisky gets benched. Then Kenny throw a pick to the other team or something, as Nick says. Comes in and he throws 3 interceptions, I think one of which may have actually been on him. The others were tipped batted balls.
Yeah, I mean,
is the Mitch Trubisky experience over, Colin?
I put that as a question, and it's tough. I think yes, which is crazy to sound like. I think it has to be over. I agree. I mean, look into next week. It's going to be tough, though, for Pittsburgh trying to see who they play, unless they have a bye week, and I'm skimming. I mean, next week's against the Bills, one of the best teams in the NFL.
Hey, Mitch Trubisky's former team.
That is true as well, so it'd kind of be a revenge game if you want to throw that in there, but I mean...
Not really a revenge game, because he was a
every
backup.
single quote-unquote revenge game this year has gone in favor of the former team, it seems like. So
yeah, that is true.
I think you keep Pickett in there and hope he does well, but the other question that I put about the Steelers is, will the Steelers finish with a winning record or not? Mike Tomlin at the helm of Pittsburgh, he's never had a losing season.
I was going to say, it seems to find some way, how to get at least 8-8. Or 9-8.
You can't do that now.
They could go
exactly.
8-8
yeah,
and
you
1.
Can't go 8-8 this year.
They could go 8-8 and 1.
They could, but I don't think there's a tie on their schedule. And I'm going to, unfortunately for Pittsburgh fans, lean more to no, which is frustrating, obviously, if you're a Steelers fan, because that AFC North is wide open.
It is
It
wide
really is. I mean, you look at the entire standings for the AFC North, and Pittsburgh is the only 1-3 team. Everybody else is 2-2, so right there at 500. So it's anybody's division right now.
It really is anybody's division, and I think there'll be a winning record for the Steelers. But speaking of anybody's division, a team that cannot hold leads, it seems, the Ravens. They blow a 20-point lead and lose 23-20. They were up 20-10 at halftime. Who's to blame for another blown lead, as you post? The defense or Harbaugh?
I think this time you got to blame it on Harbaugh.
Yeah.
You say Miami-wise, it was the defense, it seemed like. But this time when you went for it on 4th and goal instead of taking the points at home and trusting your defense, which is a crutch of Baltimore, and especially in almost, it seems like every team in the AFC North really relies on the defense, and the fact that he didn't, it was really surprising.
Yeah, it was very surprising.
And it seems like after last season, he didn't learn his lesson. Sorry for interrupting you there.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I do think, your other question, I think Lamar could be an early MVP candidate still. I still believe so.
I do too, and I hope he does. One, because I have some money on that, the fact that he needs to be an MVP, and I don't think right now I want to cash it out. I want to see how long he progresses, and two, because I have him in fantasy. If he keeps putting up some MVP-type numbers, I'll be able to win some games, and unfortunately he didn't do that this past week. Even though he had a pretty solid first half, he still wasn't up to the PPR numbers that he has had so far this season, so unfortunately I lost in our fantasy league this week. But
I'm back in the win column.
It is what it is.
Hey, who will win the AFC North?
I still think it's going to be the Bengals. I'm still hopping on Cincinnati.
I don't know. This is the closest division.
I don't think the Browns will be able to sustain there, even though everybody's at 2-2. I think they slowly die down in between.
I guess I'll have
between
to
the Bengals and the Ravens. I still like Cincinnati.
You're making some good points, and I honestly have to agree with you because I don't know how I can make a point for the Steelers or the Ravens or at this point the Browns, because the Browns are the Browns.
Exactly.
So I don't think so. The Eagles are 4-0. Is this the year the NFC is not the NFC least for the NFC East?
Loss for Washington. It's been interesting, though. Even though, yes, Philadelphia is 4-0, I think the more surprising fact is that the New York Giants are 3-1.
That's what I'm saying. It's like two guys at the top, and then you got the Cowboys playing very well without Cooper Rush.
With Cooper Rush, not without.
Without Dak Prescott
yeah.
with Cooper Rush. I think that's an interesting storyline to look down or to look at as we go forward.
Well, next week they play the Rams, who we'll talk about in the next segment, since they play Monday Night Football. But Dallas, I think, will be in a rude awakening, possibly against the Rams.
We're getting close to the end of this first segment. I thought this was going to be the year that your prediction last year would have been worked for this year?
Yeah.
Because you had the Raiders going 0-17 last year.
I did, and I was way off because they were a playoff team, I believe. But fortunately, or congratulations, I guess is a better thing that I want to say. Maybe not fortunately because I'm not a Raiders fan, but they were able to finally get a win against the Broncos. And Russell Wilson, man, he's really been struggling, it seems like.
He got that big deal, and he said,
and
I'm just going to not work.
Which deal's worse? Him in Denver or Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, man?
I don't know. But next topic is your boy Geno Smith. Is he legit in Seattle?
Dude, they had a big win against the Lions this past week in a shootout, which obviously he is fit for. If you remember his career in WVU with all the shootouts that happened in the Big 12 back in the day, and it seems like he's been a pretty solid fit that might potentially be a career-saving fit for Geno Smith, but I don't think that they win the division or make the playoffs, but it's been fun to see him do well, I feel like.
It definitely has been for all the WVU fans out there, but we've got to hit our first break. We are a little behind here.
Yes, we are,
at
but it's
the
okay.
Neon Moon Tavern, 4529 Shepherdstown Road. Come out, enjoy some adult beverages, I guess.
Adult beverages, some pretty good food. I know the specials.
You got to get the bone-in wings tonight, though.
Yep, bone-in wings.
They're the way to go
boneless,
tonight.
And if you get boneless, I'm judging you
Yeah,
hardcore
that's
anyway.
what I was saying. There's no point in getting boneless wings because I'm
pumpkin
judging
pie
you.
and peach cobbler are the
Apparently
specials
those are
tonight,
coming
so
out
if you
to us
like some
tonight.
sugar stuff, I mean, I do, obviously. I won't go there with you, Spencer. I'm not going to pick on you tonight. I'll be nice to you, but we'll just leave it at that and let you take the break.
All right, we got to take our first 3-minute break of the night. When we come back, we'll break down, we'll preview this Rams 49ers Monday night football game tonight. You're tuned in to Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 3 minutes.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. We've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Welcome back here to the Neon Moon Tavern, 4529 Shepherdstown Road. Come out and enjoy a beer or whatever liquor. Get some bone, because you never want boneless wings.
No, as I mentioned before the break, I judge those that still,
Me too.
as an adult,
I think
get boneless wings.
I think Nick got boneless wings last night.
Nick, if that's true, you're going to have to defend yourself in the group text, because I'm coming for you if that's the case. The only time I'd ever get boneless wings was because of the fact that Sheetz no longer had bone-in wings. I used to get the bone-in wings, either Old Bay or the Dr. Pepper barbecue.
I didn't watch Nick eat. I was watching the game.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't watch Nick eat. If you were watching Nick eat, that'd be a whole other story.
We're roommates. We may both eat at the same time.
No, I know, but you don't watch another person eat unless maybe you're finished and you're waiting for them, but still, it's kind of weird. Let's get on to this Rams 49ers game,
tonight, 8:15. Rams favored by under 2 at home. Which means
the
they get
49ers, not the Rams.
49ers are favored by under 2 at home. Right. Which means they get 1.5, I believe, for being at home.
Yep, that is true when it comes to Vegas odds, and I'm liking the Rams tonight. I know San Francisco, it's at home. Their defense has been pretty solid. I put here in the notes because I'm going with the under tonight, which, by the way, the line last time I checked was set for 42. The Rams average 20.3 points per game. 49ers offensively average 15.7. But on the other side, defensively, the Rams have allowed 23.3 points per game. 49ers defense only allowing 12.3 points per game. So if you're looking for some bets, in my opinion, which, as I mentioned the last week, I wasn't doing so well bet-wise, but I did hit a pretty decent parlay this week in which I made almost $73. So I was happy with that. But I'm going with the under tonight. I think it's a defensive battle, and I'll know later on when we're talking about all these receiving yards and all that stuff. Even though I like Deebo Samuel as well as Cooper Kupp, I'm thinking because of how low scoring, in my opinion, this game's going to be, because we've seen in a lot of primetime games the under, I think both teams are going to have to rely on the tight ends, both in being Kittle as well as Higbee.
Yeah, and, I think I have to agree with you about the under here. You got me thinking under. I was thinking kind of maybe over.
No, obviously with the West Coast style offense, you always think over, but when you look statistically at how these teams have done so far this year, the defense has been the strong point.
Yeah. Also, it's the battle of former offensive coordinators.
That's true. Both of
for the Washington franchise. We'll leave it at that.
Just leave it at that. Yeah. Keep it safe there. And just looking at that being two young coaches, you always like thinking that these teams will air it out. So even though I'm thinking that you got to go with the under, but the over-under for the passing yards of both quarterbacks, I might actually go over with. Matthew Stafford at 247.5 passing yards. I think he gets slightly over that. And then Jimmy G, who I think, in my opinion, should have been the starter all season long. I don't think they should have started the Trey Lance experiment. He's at 223.5 passing yards. Last I checked in the Barstool Sports betting app is the one that I use. So I'd go over for both of those, but one that I think, since we're limited on time, was very surprising because it seems like there's always at least one interception, typically, from a quarterback, was the fact that they had the over-under for both quarterbacks interception-wise set for 0.5, which either means they throw one or they don't. And I think both of them, because of how good these defenses are in L.A., the Rams, and San Francisco being the 49ers, I think we'd see turnovers tonight.
I think we do. Can I do a live parlay?
Sure, go for it.
All right, anytime or touchdown score. I guess it's anytime touchdown scores. Debo Samuel.
Okay.
Then I'm going to parlay that with.
He's at plus 110 while you go for that. Just for those on air.
I got to get me a.
Even though those quarterbacks are high, Jimmy G at plus 700 and Stafford at plus 1400, I'd avoid throwing them into parlay. If you want to bet on those, I'd say do that separately, just in case.
You know, we're going to go Ray McLeod's going to hit one tonight. You know how much $10 would get me?
At plus 2,500, you think there's a defensive touchdown tonight?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. From Ray McLeod, we'll have to wait and see.
Actually, that's not smart.
No.
It's not financially smart.
I mean, who said we were?
I think George Kittle scores a tutty tonight.
I do too, because I said that the tight ends are two guys that I'm favoring tonight. So Kittle at plus 210, Tyler Higbee at plus 225. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do I put them both, though?
That's up to you. It looks like they changed. What's the update on Higbee there? Is that plus 230 that I saw on your phone?
Yeah, Higbee's plus 230 and Kittle's plus 205. So I'm going to do a 3-leg parlay.
So Higbee went up and Kittle went down.
I'm going to do a 3-leg parlay. $5 can win me $125 if we get 3 anytime touchdown scores of Debo Samuel, Tyler Higbee, and George Kittle.
So what you're saying is if that hits, you're buying next week?
If that hits, I'm buying because it'll be $125. I don't know. It'll almost be enough to cover the car battery I had to buy yesterday because my car battery died.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
So we're placing the $5 bet that could win me $120.
So if you want, obviously, to play some bets, do so before game time at 8:15 at 6:30 now. Do you want to mention any others? Do you want to get to the break so that we can get Coach McCook on?
We can get Coach McCook on. I know he's a busy man. So we'll take a break right now. You're tuned in to Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon at 4529 Shepherdstown Road. We'll be back in 3 minutes with head coach of the undefeated Shepherd Rams, Ernie McCook. Back in 3 minutes.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsinis.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Fall into a new career you'll love with WVU Medicine. On Thursday, October 20th, WVU Medicine is hosting a hiring event, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Health Sciences Center on the Berkeley Medical Center campus in Martinsburg. Speak to recruiters and hiring managers about opportunities in patient access, radiology, nursing, and more. To RSVP, check us out on LinkedIn or our Facebook page at WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers. We hope to see you there.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Okay. Welcome back to the Neon Moon here for Monday Night Mayhem. Spencer Dupuy, Colin McLaughlin, joined by head coach of the undefeated Shepherd Rams, Ernie McCook. Coach McCook, a big win for you guys on Saturday in the rain. And kind of thought the rain was going to hold off, but it ended up raining for most of the game.
Yeah, we were watching that weather forecast for a few days, and we were hoping that there would be a big hole in the storm.
Were too.
Yeah. And it turned out it really did. It did let up, and I to say it didn't affect us, I'd be lying to you. The ball seemed really heavy. I think for us to be able to throw it, we had some drops that were uncharacteristic. But I think all in all, we found a way to win, go on the road after two really emotional wins back-to-back weeks, and play a team that is as much of a rivalry as anybody we would play. And to come out with the win is pretty awesome.
And obviously with the rain, most people think that you got to run the ball because of that weather aspect. And Ronnie Brown, another PSAC player of the week offensively. How do you think his game went, and how do you think the offense did overall?
I felt that the weather kept us from being in sync. We didn't feel like we were in sync when we look back on it, and really wish we had done a couple things differently. Ronnie continued to grind it out and make some big plays. I think the O-line played pretty well. I was pretty pleased with their efforts, coming back and watching the film yesterday. But all in all, it was a nice team win. Tyson made the throws when he needed to. The touchdown to Brian Walker right before the half was big. So it was a great win, and for somebody that's been here as long as I have, as many games as I've coached against Shippensburg University, it's always fun to win at Ship and against Ship. We don't ever want to underestimate that. That's like West Virginia and Pitt, and I guess Marshall and somebody
Kentucky.
Western Kentucky, yes. So it's just like that. It's interesting. I can tell before the game they don't like us. I can tell after the game they don't like us, and I have a basic rule of thumb with everybody. I like them as much as they like me.
To continue talking about the offense a little bit, I just want to – you're probably not going to give us the whole answer because, you got to keep some stuff close to the vest, but it appears from the outside that Blake Hartman has kind of enrolled himself into that second running back spot.
Yeah, we're really happy with Blake. When he transferred in, he had a little bit of an injury problem when he came in the summertime. We were able to work through that, and he's getting healthier and healthier and in more football shape. He's a really talented running back, and we're very optimistic about the quality snaps that he's going to bring us this year, continue to bring us as we get in the second half of our season. And we couldn't be more happy with where he's at and having him and Ronnie. And we still believe in Yvonne Holly. We think Yvonne is going to give us some quality snaps.
And he's only a sophomore, too.
Yeah. So we're feeling really good about that. It's just right now it's hard to take Ronnie off the field because of how dynamic he is in all phases of our offense.
Even though there's been struggles, it seems like at the start of the game, your team always finds the way to win. To speak on the resiliency and, I guess, the positivity that has stayed throughout the entire game for your team.
I think that's what our program's built on, resilience and grit, that we're going to continue to battle. And our mindset is we're going to play the entire 60 minutes. Whether we're not going to look at the scoreboard, we're not going to look at the clock. We're just going to play the game, and we're going to play hard every play, and we're going to try and dictate the outcome to be in our favor.
Defensively,
I got one. Staying on the offense, I don't know if it was the kind of, you said maybe not as in sync with the weather and, kind of the things that leads to. But it kind of seemed like maybe defensive have kind of figured out Marlon Cook.
Well, yeah, maybe they have, but, I think, Marlon had a lot of great things happen for him the week before. Natural human emotions, it's hard to maintain that high level of focus, that high level of energy week in and week out. That's the mental toughness part that we talk about. Marlon's still, a young on the field guy, and I'm really optimistic about the things that he'll bring forward. I have a lot of confidence in Marlon. Yeah,
now I can ask about the defense?
No. Yeah, I just wanted to keep it with the offense.
That's fine.
I will not say the defenses have caught up to him. I think that we have to do a good job of putting Marlon in positions to be successful. And there are some really quality plays that he did make out there. But did he have another 200-yard performance? No, he didn't. But is he capable of having something like that next week? Absolutely.
But it did open it up a little bit for Ryan Beach, who got 89 yards receiving.
Sure. And Ryan, Ryan's been
working.
I got to think that a lot of the reasons Marlins had success early is because of Ryan Beach's success in 2021.
Yeah.
So I think it's a combination, and then you add Ronnie Brown into it, and the things that Brian Walker's able to do in the pass game. I think we have some real threats there. Kenny Edlin, when we get Max Fisher back, that'll be a good thing. We have two young guys that we're really excited about, and Cameron Dorner and Daryl Harper. But one of the guys I'd be remiss to tell you, the injury to Malachi Brown during camp hurt us. Malachi was having a great camp. It really would be scary where we would be at if he was with us right now.
Yeah. I've got one more question, Colin.
Okay.
Brian Walker, great player, and it didn't seem like he was slowed by anything this week, because when we wanted to catch up with him on Wednesday, he was running a little late. He had to go to the training room, and he said he had tweaked his ankle in the game, but it didn't seem like it slowed him down at all. 2 touchdowns this week, and I believe 7 catches for 50, nearly 60 yards this week.
Yeah, I mean, Brian is a real threat in the pass game. And he did a nice job blocking as well. I mean, he did some really nice things when I go back and watch the film. Brian's a competitor. There's no question that Brian wants to be great. He's going to fight through nagging injuries. The precautions we took, just to kind of prepare him, keep him healthy for this game. We sacrificed some of the preparation that you typically would have. I think had we had a whole week of preparation, he might have had another 5-6 catches and even a better game.
Yeah.
I think with some of the things that we saw from evaluating Saturday's ball game.
Now you can go.
All right, defensively, what would you say did well defensively? I know had a couple turnovers, really were able to put pressure on the quarterback, but what's your grade overall for your defense this past week?
Well, our defense continues to make it hard for the teams to run the football. They had that one big run, and there was just a couple there was a little bit of a miss there.
He just kind of got through everybody.
Yeah, just kept his feet going,
Yeah.
and we were trying to pull at the ball, create a turnover, and but other than that, man, the defense did a great job making them one-dimensional. Their quarterback's not very mobile. I think even though we didn't sack him, when we didn't sack him, we were getting pressure. He felt the pressure. They have a talented wide receiver in Red. I think they did a nice job of containing him with the things that he does, and I think our defense continues to put pressure on people. You can see them getting better and better each week assignment-wise and playing with great energy and effort. And, credit to our coaches that do that preparation and kind of, where we're at.
In your 3rd and 4th down defense, though, very good the last few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, when you can make a team one-dimensional and you can create long yardage situations, it makes it hard for the offense to be able to be successful. And our guys that are running to the football, Devin Lynch, as well as he played, Dwayne Grantham, the guys up front, Journey Dunbar, Matt Benarski.
Devin Lynch.
Yeah.
In there. He got a pick this week.
Yeah, Devin. Great pick with Devin. But that box between the 2 DNs and Malik Holloway and Kyle Smith, and then the plethora of guys that play in the middle, Solo, Solo was a Shippensburg transfer. He went back home, so I know that was emotional for him. Or I won't say he went back home. He went back to Shippensburg. This is home for him. So it was great, and our defensive backs played extremely well. They really played much better and made better plays and made it more difficult on the passing game of Shippensburg.
I know we're short on time for the first segment with you about this one, so I'll quickly switch over to special teams for you, Coach.
Okay.
How do you think that you guys did? I know kicking-wise there were a couple, unfortunately, missed field goal at the start again. But
yeah, absolutely.
How do you guys think you did turning and just as a whole?
Well, we decided to do some of our quarterback punts. We did a couple of those. I thought we kicked one into the end zone. I thought that we kicked, then the second went down inside the 5, which was great. And then I thought our punter did a nice job. He had some pressure on a breakdown and protection. On the one, was able to get the ball off. I thought that was well. I thought our kickoff coverage did a nice job against a guy who was a 2-time the special teams player of the week. I think he had one return, but that was of any significance. And our punt coverage, So I mean, that but the elephant in the room is the inability to convert on field goals, and that can get pretty frustrating on our end. It's frustrating for Jacob Haney. I know there's nobody that wants to be able to drive that ball through the uprights more than that guy, and so it was that was tough for us. But we're going to continue to work at it and get better at it, because for us to have the success we want moving forward, we need to be better there, and we're going to continue to work at it.
So I apologize if this is an unfair question. Just want some clarification
Sure.
with what you said there. So does that mean that you guys will be sticking with Jacob?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jacob's our guy. We have a competition each week, but, Jacob, we send Jacob out there because he's our best guy.
Yeah.
Jacob made a couple big kicks against Cal PA, and he doesn't want that to be his one-hit wonder. And I know he's working. There's I'll say it again. There's nobody that feels worse than that guy right there. He cares about this football team. He cares about his success, and I can see it in his face. He doesn't want to let He doesn't want to let his teammates down. And he will work at it, and we will be better at it.
All right, we'll leave it on that note, talking about Shippensburg. When we come back after this 3-minute break, we'll preview this weekend's game against Lock Haven. You're tuned in to Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon. We're back in 3 minutes.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Fall into a new career you'll love with WVU Medicine. On Thursday, October 20th, WVU Medicine is hosting a hiring event 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Health Sciences Center on the Berkeley Medical Center campus in Martinsburg. Speak to recruiters and hiring managers about opportunities in patient access, radiology, nursing, and more. To RSVP, check us out on LinkedIn or our Facebook page at WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers. We hope to see you there.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Welcome back to the Neon Moon, live here from Monday Night Mayhem. Spencer Dupuy, Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin.
Not Nick.
We're just talking
Nick's
about
back
Nick.
at the studio.
Nick's back at the studio. We're joined by Ernie McCook for the second segment. This segment, we'll talk about the next opponent in Lock Haven. Unfortunately, we won't have the game on the TV side this week due to Martinsburg's Senior Day on Saturday. But Lock Haven this week coming in back home this week after 2 weeks on the road.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to be home. It's Hall of Fame weekend. Chad Broadwater, one of our alumni quarterbacks, played back in the early 90s, is being inducted, and he's from Parkersburg and is a State Farm agent in the Wheeling area. So we're really excited for him and his induction to the Hall of Fame. That's always a special time when our alums are getting that honor, and to be able to share that with them. With Lock Haven is a team that has a new coaching staff. They're really trying to inject a lot of positive energy into their football program, which I think that's what they're doing. And you can see how well they're being coached. You can see how fundamentally sound they are with everything that they do. So we're going to have to execute at a high level, and we're going to have to play a team that I'm sure is going to be hungry to get after us.
Well, you took my question away about Hall of Fame weekend, unless you want to go more in detail about that. If not, I'll ask what you've seen from Lock Haven so far, scouting report-wise.
We're seeing a young team in spots that is very well coached, and you could see them getting better each week. I think that you see that with young football teams, and I think you see it with the youth in our football team. Guys that are, each week they're getting a little bit better each and every week, and it's really, it's going to be an exciting day for us.
It will be an exciting day. I'll ask you another question here. But, Colin, show the camera what we've got here from the Neon Moon tonight.
One of the two specials, peach cobbler. It is absolutely delicious, and I know you just kind of rejected my first bite here.
Well, I had to let everybody know.
I know. I was going to do it after the fact that I ate some. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't get cold, but it is delicious. So stop on in, get some either peach cobbler. If you're not a peach cobbler fan, like I know Spencer is not, the other special is a pumpkin pie, and it's October, so, got to get that as well. So if you got a sweet tooth, peach cobbler, it looks like there was some caramel and chocolate syrup on top as well, which really added to the flavor. And if you don't like pumpkin pie, I feel like there might be something wrong with you.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nothing better than pumpkin pie. I actually bought some pumpkin coffee, and I told my wife about it, and she smiled. Which is kind of nice because it's expensive.
I've been getting into the pumpkin beer. There's been pumpkin spice or pumpkin flavored beer. This is actually Mango Cart. That's different.
Oh, okay. Oh, mango.
Yeah. I've got Oktoberfest.
Yeah, he's got Oktoberfest.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a part of the season,
spirits.
but you're sticking with the Coke.
Yeah, I am. And this weekend's my wife's birthday, right? So on Saturday, I was hoping you guys would be able to wish her a happy birthday, but you can't. But my kids are all going home Friday, and they're going to decorate the house for fall.
Was she watching?
I was about to say, was that supposed to be a surprise, and now she knows, or did you spoil it by accident?
No, I'm not spoiling anything. Are you kidding? I'm giving her a shout-out for her birthday.
Apparently it's the Beast's birthday.
Yeah, it's Travis
might have to
Bajan's
stick
birthday.
around.
All right, let's talk more about
we'll figure something out.
What kind of present did you guys get him?
I forgot, which means I'll probably get
forgot.
Yeah, just get him a slice of pumpkin pie.
No, I'll get him a Jaeger bomb. He likes Jaeger bomb.
That is true as well.
Okay. After two of those, I'm out.
All right, let's talk more about your team. Undefeated right now.
Yeah.
Sitting at 5-0, going to play Lockhaven this weekend. What has been kind of so far this season? Last season, great season. You've really had great seasons for the last few seasons. But what's kind of this year's team like? What would you say the mantra of this year's team is?
Well, we have
Team 93.
Sure, we have some tremendous senior leadership with Tyson, Brian Walker, Kyle Smith, my son Michael.
Always scores touchdown.
Yeah, Malik Holloway. So we've got some really strong leadership of people who really care about Shepherd football, and we have Adam Steele sitting over there, but we also have some young guys that are excited to be here, and they're working their butts off each week to be the best they possibly can be. And as I've talked about these other teams that have gotten better week in and week out, I'd like to think that when teams are watching us on film that they're saying, wow, these guys are gaining momentum. And it's going to be, we've always got to be coaching fundamentals, working at technique, fundamentals, and things like that. And our kids are fun to be at practice with. They work hard. They buy into the preparation. They buy into the process. And, when you have that mindset from the players, man, you got a chance to achieve some good things. We're going to play this whole season 1 week at a time. We're never going to look ahead at anything. And our focus right now 100% is on Lockhaven University, putting the best game plan together and executing on Saturday for us to be successful.
I know you've only had yesterday and then today to focus in on that matchup against Lockhaven, but what have you guys emphasized on so far, and what's the focus for the rest of the week to gear up for the match?
We want to be good at what we do. We want to be able to execute so we can be in sync. And if things go sideways, we can go back to what we know, and our guys won't. And that's one thing I can tell you. Even when things were 0-0 and we were down 7-0 at Shippensburg, nobody panicked. Everybody just kept getting after it, going after it. And, and as that game played out, I was thinking in the second quarter, this is going the way Ship wants it. They're going to just play for, now they are in a 2-quarter game. Well, that last score and stuff like that. So our kids have got a tremendous amount of grit, and we'll continue to fight, and we're going to prepare to be the best we possibly can be each week. We have faceless opponents. We want to compete against anybody we lined up against.
And Coach, when you look at your team, what are some things that you think week in and week out that you've seen improvement from?
Well, the O-line. I get a chance to watch him up and close and personal, and those kids are really doing some really nice things up front. You're seeing some good pictures of them blocking scheme. Pass pro's been solid. So I'm really pleased with the O-line on offense, how they've progressed. I'm pleased with Blake Hartman, what he's been able to do. The receivers that have stepped up and gotten better each week. If you can't appreciate Tyson Bajan on offense, you got some issues. And then defensively, man, it's just it's exciting to watch how good our defense is. And I know that we're going to be in every game we play because of how well our defense is playing.
Perfect timing when you mentioned Tyson. He just walks through the door. Does he do
up.
that often?
Yeah, he does.
Once you summon him, he arrives?
No, he times it up so when he hears his name, he walks in.
Does he get that from his dad?
Probably.
Sorry, Travis.
Talking more about the defense.
Yeah.
We going into this season, it was kind of the youth movement on defense, and guys that haven't played in your system coming in, and it seems like they've come in and they played really, really well. And we hit on this every week, but it seems like Dwayne Grantham has really kind of bought into your system, and it kind of seems like him in that linebacker position is basically an extra DB because he's at 6'1", nearly 6'2".
Yeah.
He's got some height on him.
I think we've improved our team speed on defense. I think we're able to run to the football, and everybody's playing assignment football. They're doing their job. They're doing what they're coached to do. We have some great coaches on defense. Our defense coordinator, Josh Klein's been around forever, is one of the best in the country. Our DB's coach is so committed to what he's supposed to do. Luke Wright And the addition of Levern Beelan as our D-line coach with all the experience that he has been outstanding. And then Matt Clare and Logan Williams working with outside linebackers and linebackers. So we've got a great group, and I think I said it at the media day press conference. As a head coach, when you can look at the staff that we have at Shepherd, I've fallen out of the lucky tree, and I'm hitting each branch all the way down with these guys. Great coaches, great people, great mentors to young men, and that shows on the field from them.
Colin?
Final thoughts, Coach? That's all I really have, question-wise.
How was the cobbler?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
I offered you some for the record, just to play it safe there.
How's the Fall Festival beer going?
How
about if I ask you guys a question? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we would welcome that.
What do you want to ask?
We're always asking the questions. We want to be asked questions.
All right, here we go. What's it going to take for the Washington Commanders to win a game?
I said this at the top of the show.
I feel like we have to sell our soul.
I said this at the top of the show.
What did he say?
What's it going to take for them to come back?
Yeah, that's why they're this. Because we've had every NFL team.
I said it on
we've
week one.
Had every NFL team
I'd love
come
to
in.
See Tyson,
but the team that's an hour away from you won't
refuses to come. How about that?
That's actually pretty sad.
I said that I'd love to see him in burgundy and gold.
Not me. There ain't no way with that owner.
No,
that was going to be my answer. Was his first name starts with a D and his last name starts with an S.
Yeah,
they'll win once they get him out of there.
I probably shouldn't be. Who cares?
He ain't watching. If he is, good for him.
It doesn't matter if he is or not. The guy has ripped apart a storied franchise and just torn it down. He's a lousy person.
My final thought before we hit the break, he bought the team because he was the team's biggest fan. If he's the team's biggest fan, why doesn't he sit there and realize that maybe things aren't working with him as owner?
He's a bad person.
He is. All right. Heard it there first, Coach McCook. Yeah. That'll do it for this segment.
I don't know him. That's just my
observation. Yeah, this is just.
That'll do it for the first hour here of Monday Night Mayhem. Thanks to Rams head coach Ernie McCook for hopping on. We come back. We'll be joined by Tyson Bagent and Adam Stilley, the center quarterback combo on the show tonight.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures even farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Civic and a 3.9% APR on a 2022 Accord or 2023 HR-V.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI based on EPA estimate of MY20 full-line automaker fleet-wide fuel economy 2021 EPA Automotive Trends Report.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Welcome back to more Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon Tavern. Looks like Spencer getting some pumpkin pie, the other special here.
It looks delicious.
Neon Moon Tavern. It does look pretty solid as we're now joined by Tyson Bagent and Adam Steely, both former Bulldog guys. And again, Martinsburg getting a pretty big win this past week, guys. But you guys also got a pretty big win against Shippensburg. I'll let both of you just get your thoughts on the game.
You know, I thought, going into the game, we knew we were going to experience some weather, and we did. And I think we adapted and followed the coach's script that they had. And I thought, we were able to come out of an away game with another W, starting off the season 5-0. It doesn't get much better than that.
How about you, Adam?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's always hard to win on the road. It's always great to come away with a win. And they changed some things up on us, gave us some things we didn't expect to see, but we definitely adapted well and played hard and got the win.
Seems like that's kind of been a common theme of every opponent so far, just because of the quality of a team that you guys are, being one of the best in the nation, that they always throw some things in there to try to catch you off guard. But as you guys said, you've been able to adapt. But my question will be, what's it been like to having to adapt to some of those changes from teams that you guys haven't seen in film?
It's been it's been a process. I think almost every team has played different. Especially in the back end. Some teams we look at, they're even front all year, and then all of a sudden they show up against us odd front, dropping 8, which is understandable because of the threat that we are in the pass game. And I think that's been able to open up the run game. The O-line creating holes in Ronnie Brown, ultimately taking advantage of those looks that we've gotten so far.
Adam, what are some of the, things that you've had to adapt to week in and week out?
Yeah, but like Tyson said, sometimes we'll get teams who run an even front and they'll switch to an odd front. And with that is, it's just playing through adversity,
To make your job easier or tougher because of that?
It's something you have to play through, and it's something we always prepare for. We're prepared for any defense, and that's why we go through fall camp and all those things. But just being able to play through the adversity and get things settled on the sideline, and we'll iron things out and keep going.
And Adam, speaking of adversity, the last I think last year towards the end of the year, you had to go through some adversity with an injury.
Right.
And I think the start of the year you had an injury as well. What's that kind of been like going through that and then being able to get back on the field?
Yeah, it's been tough. Last year with the ankle, wasn't able to return, and kind of knowing that was really hard, but just tried to be the best teammate I could be for my other players and help them out. And this year, with the injury in fall camp, then knowing I'd be able to come back from that just made me motivated to work as hard as I can to get back fast. And I was able to get back for the first game, which is the ultimate goal, and having a good season so far.
Since you mentioned the fact of being a good teammate, you guys have been teammates together, I believe, Tyson, you said since 2007, correct?
Yeah, me and Adam played on the same youth league team. We played for the Jefferson County Youth League Football League, played on the Razorbacks.
Yep.
Stupid dynasty. Went to the championship every single year.
Never had a losing season.
Never had, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I lost 2 games my whole youth league career, both in the championship game.
Right.
And, he was my center. I was the quarterback. Boom, get to high school. Both ended up going to Martinsburg. He was my center for my
your sophomore and junior year?
My sophomore and junior year.
Yep.
And then, he went to W, I went to Shepherd. Got the opportunity to recruit him when he got in the transfer portal.
Yep.
And, been able to be center and quarterback again in college. So it's been pretty crazy, but it's been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And, you talk about being at West Virginia. What was that kind of like for you to
as getting the portal and come back home? What was the kind of journey back to the Eastern Panhandle like?
It was great. West Virginia, I went there, learned a lot of good things. Don't have any regrets for sure, but it was definitely tough. But I ended up making the travel squad my last year, and I thought that was a success. Just wasn't getting on the field, and just wanted to be somewhere else playing and ultimately winning. So at Shepherd, we win a lot of games. Everyone knows that. So I know Tyson and Travis were both talking to me and telling me to get back home, and I'm definitely glad I made that decision, man. I love this team, love the environment, being back home and being with Tyson.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
This is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Let's go! Drink some.
That's cool. Yeah.
Welcome you back. Apologize for some technical difficulties. Still trying to recover from the weather that we had via the elements whenever we were at both the Martinsburg and Shepherd game. Had some equipment that unfortunately got hit by those elements. But before that, when we realized that we accidentally went to break there, and we had a pretty good question, so I'll ask the question again to you guys so that our listeners and viewers can hear the answer. I mentioned that Adam obviously has the flow going hair-wise. Tyson, you've kind of went to the buzz cut, and I start with you, Tyson. Just looking at Adam, do you wish you had the flow back, or you like having the buzz cut?
You know, the flow is nice. The flow is nice. I appreciated it last year. But the thing with being just a certified gangster is you can rock both extremes. You can be bald, or you could have luscious locks. I did last year. Next year I might have long hair again. It's what it's really just whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Not a whole lot of people in the world can just wake up one day and say, hey, I think I'm going to be bald today. Luckily I can do that. So we'll see how I'm feeling when I wake up tomorrow. Decide if I want to grow it out or not.
Adam, what do you think? Do you think you'd ever go back or go to a buzz cut?
Yeah.
Or do you think you just let the flow maybe even change to a mullet? Go full West Virginia.
No, I'm definitely not going to be a mullet guy.
Never a mullet guy.
Just say that right now. That's
I've always been I don't think I'd look good with
I thought about the mullet.
Yeah, I
thought about the mullet last year.
Okay.
Hold on. What's the Texas quarterback's name? Ewards or something like that?
Yeah.
He's got a mullet.
That's fair.
He does.
He's slinging that thing around.
No, I saw that unfortunately too much this past Saturday, so trying to not talk about that, obviously, being a Mountaineer fan. But
yeah, of course. Yeah, but no, I like the long hair. I think I'll keep it around. And the crazy thing is, like, my whole life up until, like, 2020, I had short hair. Like, my grandpa was always like, you got to have a buzz cut if you're a football player. But,
so you let it grow up because of
COVID?
COVID?
COVID comes around. I can't get a haircut for, like, 6 months.
No, that's fair.
And, like, the hair starts growing out, and I just thought it looked good, and so I kept it.
See, the opposite was for me. So, like, obviously couldn't get a haircut because of COVID.
Right.
Kind of started growing out as long as you. But I've always had short hair, so eventually I had to trust my family. They bought a razor off Amazon, and I had to let my sisters cut my hair. And
boy.
Fortunately, it went fine. Actually, this past haircut that I had last week, it was from my sister. But before then, I could count on, like, one hand how many people actually ever cut my hair in my lifetime.
Didn't have to take college graduation photos with like badly groomed hair.
That is
because
true. I did graduate
COVID.
before COVID, so that
was rough.
That definitely helped, except for entering the job field and then losing it.
But I just can't get the long hair like you guys can.
Yeah.
It just looks weird on the.
Well,
head,
that's because
like
you've never fought through the
I mean, what's it like taking care of?
You know, I haven't.
Like
It's just like
through.
It's like with the beard. This is the longest it's going to get.
There is an awkward stage.
Having long hair,
having
long hair increases your senses. Check that out. Check that out after the segment. Check it out. Having long hair increases your senses.
I'm questioning it now, and I don't want an awkward silence since we're on radio.
You get through the awkward stage.
You
get through the awkward stage. All of a sudden, you could feel somebody about to tap you before they tap you. You turn around and say,
So I mean, then, since you just brought that up, what's your sense has been like so far this year?
Well, I'm different.
Okay, you're different. Okay,
I'm different.
Fair enough.
I just explained that.
That makes complete sense.
I explained that about 5 minutes ago. I'm different.
I apologize because the commercial break happened 5 minutes ago. I just completely forgot that happened.
You know what's funny? I was fighting through the awkward stages of hair growth, and I'm listening to all the women in my family talk about, maybe you should cut it, this or that. So I was trying to hang on to anything I could hang on to convince them to grow my hair out. And I came across this article that talked about how it increases your senses. And I showed them that. Never said anything else. Grew my hair out.
Makes sense as to why you won the Harlan Hill then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There we go. Hopefully.
But why did you shave it again?
Yeah, why did you change?
It was extremely long, and my hair's curly.
I'm talking about like recent.
Oh, recently?
I was about to say that's true.
Just
you were letting it grow a little bit.
I buzzed it. I buzzed it because. All right. It was Kutztown week, right? And there was a couple girls that had hit me up on social media.
Fair.
And in order to keep them at bay, I shaved my hair. I shaved my head. Because then I knew if I shaved my head, there's no way I'm hanging out with anybody before the Kutztown game. There's no way I'm hanging out with anybody. So it's a testament to all my brothers on the Shepherd football team just to show them how locked in I am and how much I care about winning all these football games.
I don't know. I remember as a kid.
Well, back to this. When you had shaved it, we were out at practice. I think we interviewed you that day. And you were walking down from, like, the pavilion area. And I looked over and I was like, that looks like Tyson. But I can't tell if it's Tyson or not. Because you were, like, below. You were, like, right. You'd, like, walk down the stands or something. I was like, is that Tyson? That's not Tyson. No way. And then you got close. I was like, that's definitely Tyson. He did shave his head.
I was super bald that day.
Yeah.
This is about 2 weeks of growth that I got going on.
All right,
I'll save my story later. Now, I'm going to save that for off-air, maybe for a different week. But I want to get into talking about Lockhaven with you guys, just what you've seen so far from them, game plan-wise, what you guys are going to do going in this Saturday.
Yeah, watching them today, with the staff, they're having a down year. They play hard every game, and I think from this point forward, going into each week, it's, because it is tough not to, look into the future, be like, what's the playoff picture looking like? What's the conference championship look like? But then you can get really stuck.
Sorry.
You can get really stuck into going into a game that you're supposed to, you're supposed to execute everything perfectly, and then you end up not. And then really you walk off the field in a win, but it's just almost like, it's almost like you got worse that week. So we're just trying to avoid that at all costs, try to play our best game every week, because really it's us against us, for the rest of the season going forward, and we just got to take each week. And really, as it is, a lot of seniors on this team will never play football again after this year. So it's really just, how do you really want the entirety of the season to go? Do you want to be the best offense in the country, or you just want to, have an undefeated regular season and kind of leave
Both.
the field? But you can kind of
We want both.
You can win games and not feel good about the games, and really that's not something that I want to do. So really just locking in. We got Lock Haven this week. We're all in.
Are you locking in for Lock Haven?
Locked in for Lock Haven, for sure.
Locked in for Lock Haven.
That should be the hashtag of the week.
Locked in for
We'll
Lock Haven's the only game I ever missed in my whole college career.
I did not know
Sprained my AC joint 2019 against Kutztown. We had a short week, played Lock Haven at Lock Haven on a Thursday. Shoulder wasn't right in time, so this will be my second time being able to play them, so I'm excited.
Adam, what have you seen so far?
I looked at the film today. I mean, they got guys that play hard, but on paper, I'm sure everyone's going to think that we're supposed to kill these guys. But at the same time, it's college football, and if you don't come out and prepare and overlook your opponent, you don't know what's going to happen. So this week, we're really going to just got to stay focused every week, and worry about ourselves and them, of course, but work to improve as our team every week, 1 week at a time.
All right, I got a fun question for you, Adam. How much does that offensive line group just have so much fun? Because last year, whenever we would interview Coach McCook, they would just be the audience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Coach McCook always does his interviews right by us. It's right by the coach's door. And we'll always just sit there and just basically eavesdrop the whole time. I don't know if he likes that or not, but
I think last week, didn't he tell you guys to get to work?
There was that, and also I remember last year being on the sideline. The offensive line was the guys that I always liked talking to on the sideline. Whenever I'm trying to watch the game, you guys would be trash talking and everything over there, trying to have as much fun as possible.
Oh, yeah, we get after it for sure, but we just got a great group of guys. Me, Joey, Ty, Wyatt, Don, and Chandler, and all the other guys too, man. Everyone likes each other, and there's no bad blood anywhere.
We got to get Joey on here so we can have this. We can have this whole thing. Have them have it out.
I have a funny story for Joey. I played Joey back in high school.
Oh, no way.
So there's a
he was the kicker
moment
and he kicked an onside kick. We'll just stop the story there.
I kicked an onside kick to him. I'm going to stop the story there because I want to hear if
sounds good.
Joey heard what I actually said to him before the onside kick. And let's just make it known, as a 5'8" kicker that is not over 200 pounds, you should not trash talk a guy that's being recruited by a Division I guy. That's Joey, who you lined up against team captain-wise when you went out for the coin toss that week as well, and he's just towering over you when you had to go shake hands. I would not suggest doing that, nor suggest kicking an onside kick to Joey, because he was able to recover and return it back easily. So we'll have to wait and see if he actually heard what I said to him. That's why Spencer's been wanting him on the air, is to see what Joey's memory is on that.
Oh, I'm getting the inside scoop tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We asked him. He remembers the onside kick, but I want to know if he actually heard what I said before I let it known what I said, in case he didn't, and then get a raw reaction on what I said. It is airable, so that's fortunate, but we'll leave it there.
All right. So, fun fact here. My 1 year tackle football career, in 5th grade, I was a center.
Yeah?
Yeah. 1 year?
1 year.
Goodness.
I mean,
hey, I was a flag football maniac, though. I won the championship fall and spring every year.
Yeah, I can't lie. Flag football's fun.
It was fun.
Never had a bad time playing flag football.
But I was just not in shape enough to play tackle football.
Couldn't get through the awkward stage.
Nah, so I just. But what's been the funnest part about playing with those teammates, those guys on the line?
Oh, it's just the chemistry we have. We all just sync together like when we're out there having fun, like we're all like BSing, all talking about the same stuff. We can all like talk about like just playing video games or just like doing stuff around town. But when it comes to like do the business and like the X's and O's, we're all the same type of chemistry.
Who's the funniest guy on that O-line?
It's definitely Wyatt Pelicano.
Okay, I saw his social media takeover. It seemed pretty fun.
Oh yeah, he loves that. He's real good with all that stuff.
What's been your favorite memory so far?
So far, I'll have to say, I wasn't dressed up for the Kutztown win, so I'll have to say this win over Cal. I mean, that's hands down one of the most competitive football games I've ever played in my life. And that was just being at home, those great fans, man, crazy victory.
Got anything you guys want to talk about tonight's game? 49ers.
Oh, well, we don't know. Adam, what's your favorite team?
Oh,
NFL
Pittsburgh
team.
Steelers.
Okay. Well,
yep, that's how I'm feeling.
You're in the
too.
same boat as us right now, being Washington fans.
That's how I'm feeling too. But I didn't get to watch the games. We were doing meetings, but I heard the young kid Kenny Pickett got in there and started slinging it and looked pretty good. So maybe the future's a little bit bright.
Kenny Pickett's a good player. He threw 3 picks.
No, we were talking about that.
Two of those picks.
Yeah, two of them weren't his fault.
In the hands.
Two of them are receiver fault, right?
100%.
100%.
Hail Mary. Hail Mary. It's 50-50. Fortunately,
not for
it's
this
been.
guy.
Hey, I don't know. I think it's
100-100.
I usually take advantage
100
of those.
0. Yeah. No, that's true, but statistically, other than Shepard, it typically ends up. You never know what's going to happen. With Shepard, there's a Hail Mary. Put the money on Shepard.
I agree.
Do you guys get to watch any of the other college football games at all?
I watched.
We never got an answer about tonight's game.
What?
Watched a little bit of the
Georgia game was a good game.
Did you watch the Clemson game?
No, a little bit.
So,
of Clemson game.
do you like the pregame festivities where they jump on a bus, all in? Did you see that part?
Full pads.
They
on
full
a bus.
pads. They jump on a bus.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a tradition for them, right?
Yeah.
All these college football
Are you
traditions.
guys pro that tradition? Like, if Shepard did that, would you guys like?
Well, I
being
mean,
in
we
the
have
full
a
pads
tradition.
type deal for that?
We have a tradition where we
I
walk
know.
from the locker room, go touch the Ram statue.
That's true.
It's pretty much
being
just
on a
as
bus in
dumb.
full
That's just
pads.
as dumb as being in a bus in full pads in my book.
Yeah, I feel like whatever school you're at, you're going to say your tradition's the best because that's what they always sell you on. And you just
But it just seems like that's an obscure tradition. Like
Well,
you're
for us,
literally
yes,
in the
I would
locker
agree.
room, getting on a bus,
No,
driving
people
around
are
a corner.
superstitious.
Yeah, but
people
all
are superstitious. If you don't, you end up not doing
That,
that.
that was almost my
Anything
question
that
for you
goes
with cutting
wrong.
your hair. Was there no superstition there and
No, I
buzzing
cut-
it up before
no.
Kutztown?
Well, I mean, I already
You know,
had,
'cause
I
some
already had
people always
short
say,
hair.
you know,
I already
like,
had- now
you
if
don't
you want to
change
talk about
anything.
like when I cut my long hair,
That's fair.
you know, it
We
was
can talk about
off
that.
season.
No,
know,
that's why-
it was
that's
my
why
third day
I
of
was gonna
having
let it
strep
slide.
throat. It was my third day of having strep throat. I hadn't brushed my hair in 2 days. I tried to run my fingers through it, and it pulled on my scalp that was tender because I was
That's
sick.
why I don't want long hair. is because
Immediately-
taking care of it, I
immediately
feel like
went
That's the
upstairs.
awkward stage. He couldn't get through the.
That's
he
not the
couldn't get
awkward
through
stage.
the
It's just
stage.
taking care of it. He
They
was already
couldn't-
past
They
the
couldn't
awkward
get through the
stage, right?
awkward stage. They couldn't get through the awkward stage.
It's not that bad.
They don't know what comes with it.
I mean, like taking care of it every day, having to condition, brush it. I feel like that's just too much almost every single day. That's why
Seriously.
I can't do it.
That's why it's good to be able to go bald whenever you want.
Okay. All right, 49ers Rams tonight. Who you guys like?
49ers Rams, you know, I like the Rams. You know, I think it'll be a close game. I think Jimmy G's a guy. I think he knows the offense through and through. I think he's a.
But you said the Rams tonight, though.
Yeah.
Now
exactly.
you're going Jimmy G.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I think
So you
Jimmy
think
G's
he's
a
just
guy,
gonna be
but I
able to
think
compete, just not
the
win?
Rams. I think the Rams. They just had too many players, and I think they're liable to start really clicking at any moment in time. Cooper Kupp's going to have a good game. You know that Matthew Stafford is going to have a good game because of his help from Cooper Kupp and the other athletes on the team. And the Rams defense is they got too many guys for me to choose the 49ers over the.
49ers has a pretty solid defense too, though this year, only allowing I think 12.3 points per game. So you think even though
so two good defenses,
the Rams have a
two good
high-powered
defenses,
offense,
I
on
like
paper,
the Rams offense over the 49ers offense.
I'll agree with Tyson. And the Rams got a really good team. And I like the 49ers a lot and what they do in the run game. But the big factor in my decisions tonight is Trent Williams, the best left tackle in the league, no argument, is out tonight. Out for tonight, and that means
I think 4 to 6 weeks actually.
It's going to be even harder because you double team Aaron Donald every play. Yeah. So you're going to be
without Williams. That's
the next
tough.
man up's got to be one-on-one every time. So that's going to be rough for the 49ers rushing attack and protecting Jimmy G. So I'll be taking the Rams tonight.
I got a question. We always ask Tyson, does the center for the 2021 Harlan Hill Trophy, does he have any NLI deals?
NIL.
NIL, sorry.
Not currently, no.
All right, get this man. Anybody.
So, hey.
Give him name, image, and likeness deals. He can take it.
Yeah.
The center for the Harlan Hill Trophy winner. Somebody's got to give him the ball each time.
Yeah.
There would be no Harlan Hill Trophy winner if it wasn't for Adam Stilley.
100%.
All right.
All
You
right,
want to
guys,
shout out
final
yours
thoughts?
again?
Hey, shout out Hagerstown Ford. Shout out Rockwell Clothing Company. Man, shout out the city of Shepherdstown. Shout out to TV10. Shout out to the Neon Moon. If you're not at the Neon Moon, where you at?
Adam, any shout-outs or anything?
I'll shout out to my family and my O-line friends. Again, right tackle Joey Fisher, right guard Ty Lucas, left guard Wyatt and Don, and left tackle Brandon Chandler.
We'll probably see Wyatt here in a half hour.
Probably.
He
He said he's
usually
got
shows
lab.
up.
He said he's going to be late.
Dang. I like to talk to him. He's a fun guy to talk to.
He's fun.
All right.
All right, that's going to wrap up this segment. Live from the Neon Moon Tavern off 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg. Stop on in for some Monday Night Football. We're going to take a break. You're tuned into Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. We're now accepting new patients at all 4 convenient locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, and Winchester. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Welcome you back to the Neon Moon Tavern. Colin McLaughlin and Spencer Dupuis live.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
First off, happy birthday, Beast.
Hey!
Happy birthday, boy.
That's right. How privileged you guys are. On my birthday, I thought about canceling 100 times this week so that I could go do some crazy wild on my birthday, but I'm dedicated, just like Tyson, very loyal human being. So here I am, WRNR. The Beast is 46 years old. I know I look 28, but in fact, you don't have to adjust your cameras. I am 46. Woo!
All right. Martinsburg, big win this week. Rainy environment. Your son, first half, lights out.
They only needed his services for one half.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to that game?
Well, first of all, I thought it was going to rain a whole lot and be terrible.
I did too.
On the drive there, I hit I'm on Route 9. I'm really close to the Home Depot, and it is just crushing. And I'm like, dude, this is going to be a terrible night. But it really actually wasn't that bad.
No, it kind of stopped right before game time.
Right when game started.
And then in the second half, it picked up a little bit.
Yeah, and
by then the game was basically over, unfortunately.
Very interesting.
It was over.
Washington High School didn't seem to have enough players. That was my first reaction. And second of all, Martinsburg is not only loaded, but we are so deep. A lot of times when we get to that 5th, 6th game of the season and we're playing those in conference, I guess, games, a lot of times you're getting our second or third guy, and he's so hungry. And he's not a regular second or third guy. He's like, who is that dude? Like Malachi Williams, like, who is that guy? The fastest guy in the school happens to be a second-string receiver that is just waiting for the opportunity.
And the opportunity came for him this week.
Yeah, and once you get into that why, that position seems to be a lot of great things happen there. We know we've had people like Gerard Bowie, then moving on to Hudson Clement, and you can kind of tell no matter who's there, there's a couple jet sweeps and a couple of those corner routes. There's always plays that that the Y is able to do good, and I'm just amazed at how fast some of the second and third string guys are at Martinsburg High School.
Yeah, it seems like they just have athlete upon athlete when it comes to the wide receivers. I know, obviously, you already mentioned Malachi Williams had a pretty big game, and then Jameer Hunter had a pretty solid game as well, especially special teams-wise with that punt return. And it just seems like whenever he gets the ball, he's able to make a huge play out of, seems like, nothing at the start.
Yeah, super coordinated guy. Even him, I firmly believe that Coach Sherman calls that fake extra point field goal just so he can watch and see how smooth Jameer is at rolling out to the right and his delivery. And I'm like, yo, this guy. And I know he plays quarterback.
You're not getting worried, though, right? With Ezra,
you're
not worried?
Well, I think that he came over to play the position that he would like to play in college. So I'm not terrified, but I am impressed with how Jameer, how coordinated he is. And, he continues to be a great player. And, Martinsburg is, what a beautiful thing to have all those athletes in the county.
And moving forward to this week, a big game against an out-of-state opponent who's improved from where they were last year. And they gave Martinsburg a heck of a game.
No doubt. Yeah, I think at the game was a very strange game because I felt like we scored points in bunches, but we also gave points up in bunches, and we gave them the short field, and they continue to keep grinding. And, one thing's for sure, every time that things didn't work out for them last year, I could see the disappointment on their face and the fact that they expected to do good things, to move the ball, to score touchdowns. And listen, what a difference 2 weeks makes, because we go back from debating whether this team is one of the best teams, that you could have, in a high school football team in the state of West Virginia, to now these guys got to show us that they are the real deal. So the second big test, and, with the first one not being successful, I think that, our community is definitely waiting for Martinsburg to have their best, most efficient game of the year. And what a better time than to do it this weekend against Riverside.
Oh, yeah, this would definitely be the biggest win of the season if they get it.
And I think it's big, too, because you get that win, and I really think you solidify the potential of home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
I think that.
I think if you lose, it's going to be hard to keep them up in that top two.
impossible, I would say. Let's just go there.
Just because of where the other schools are right now and who they have to play, and kind of their ability to probably go one defeated or one loss.
And let's not forget that Highland Springs is treated mathematically exactly the same as the Washington Patriots. So, and it makes sense. We all know that. Listen, I'm not saying that. I feel like it would be bad for our community not to have all 3 of those home playoff games. However, still, we are going to be a problem if we travel somewhere in those semifinals, and I have never done that before. I did travel in the quarterfinals one time to Capital when Tyson was a sophomore, and it was a very hostile environment. I feel like that team wasn't ready for that environment, but I also feel like even a loss this weekend, and it would be not the traditional road for Martinsburg. But trust me, we still got a pretty good shot of handling our business. But I don't think that that's something that I don't want. I shouldn't say that. I don't think our community wants a 2-loss state championship team. Yeah. It's just an awkward thing. So hopefully, Ezra, please, my man, don't let this happen. Let's get riled up and let's play our best game. And I think that we can also let everyone know that we could have played Highland Springs better. They're a very gifted team, but we should go ahead and knock Riverside off and handle our business.
Where's Travis going to be this weekend? Because you got to make a tough call here.
I do. I am going to make an appearance in your rival network here at Shepherd University. So I'm doing the pregame with Home Team Sports at Shepherd University at 11 o'clock. Maybe that will get you guys to bring me in the booth the following week, maybe. But
talk to Nick about that.
I'm not putting any pressure on anyone. So I will be at Shepherd at 11 a.m. I'm going to go on for about 10 minutes of the game. I'm going to watch the game for about a half hour in the first quarter, and then I'm bringing, just like you guys, I'm abandoning the Shepherd Rams, and I'm heading to Martinsburg, the most gloried franchise in the history of West Virginia, and I will be at the Riverside game with you guys as well.
Maybe we can get you on when you get there.
Well,
I'll figure it out.
I don't want to pressure you guys, okay?
I'll have some fun with the halftime show. You can hop on.
I would love to.
We enjoy your presence.
Hey, let me know.
So, looking at Riverside, though, so far, a 6-1 team this year. So, as Spencer mentioned earlier, they've definitely improved from last year. All their wins being by multiple touchdowns. In that one loss, it was a 7-6 ball game. And I know because they're from Ohio, it's kind of tough for us down in the Eastern Panhandle really get a true look at them and what our expectations are for them for coming from there down to Martinsburg. You can only really have an expectation for how the Bulldogs are and hope that's good enough. But I think both of us can agree that we know the talent that Martinsburg has and that it will be good enough to get a win Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, and, here's the thing. I have an unrealistic emotional tie to Martinsburg, and I'm always going to tell you that they are going to win. And I hope that we play good. I know that Riverside's going to be a good team, and I'm hoping that we can just come out and just be awesome. And that goes for Shepherd. That goes for Martinsburg. Both of those teams, I think that, you love the personnel and you see how efficient they could be, and you're just hoping that they can put it all together and just be absolutely dominant for one weekend. And, hey, what better weekend than the week of your father's birthday? Let's go.
And then it's also a special night being senior night for your son as well. How special will that be when you get there and get to be a part of that ceremony?
I mean, yeah, I think it'll be sad, too, just in the way that
which is weird to think with 3 games left that's the final home game for
Yeah, exactly. And it's what I feel like we've been at home all year though.
That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whoever set up this game,
they have.
Yeah, they absolutely killed it. So, and my
shout out Coach Sherman.
My love for Martinsburg High School is super deep. I am a Jefferson Cougar. That's where I went to school, and I dreamt of Tyson and Ezra, winning the state championship at Jefferson. I saw the writing on the wall and decided that Martinsburg was the place to be. We made that tough decision, but it was honestly the best decision our family's ever made. So it will be something that maybe I won't exactly show on Saturday, but I will love Martinsburg football and what it's done for the Bajent family for the rest of my life.
All right. Wait, one final thing before, because we got to.
Oh, I was going to ask about Shepherd.
I was going to ask about Shepherd, but I got another question here too. So you've got another athlete in the family at Martin.
I don't have an athlete. I've got quite possibly the best athlete left.
Oh
yes, I have a human being that
she got called up to varsity, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, she's been making it.
So we'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah. So just a quick story with Diem is Diem was 6 years old, and we put her into basketball with the boys, and we were practicing, and they were doing a really good job at keeping the intensity low. And then, lo and behold, the first game pops up, and she is absolutely overwhelmed with the intensity that is going on in the chaos. I tried my super aggressive dad phase and told her what she needed to do and got all crazy, and she did not appreciate it at all. So she immediately.
I was about to say, is she listening now? She just walks into the room.
She immediately retired from athletics until a few months ago. She just told me, she's like 6 months. She was like, I think I'm going to play volleyball. And I'm like, whoa, that's pretty intense. Good luck with that, right? And then, but what I can see is that she is a beast, super intelligent, extremely coordinated. So we are going to attack this volleyball thing super hard for the next 3 years. And I can tell you that I see something amazing in her, and I'm super excited to be a volleyball dad.
Well, congratulations to her, and again, we'll have the Martinsburg
volleyball. Why is it
volleyball.
when we talk about somebody, they just happen to walk in the room?
I know, we did that with Tyson.
Yeah, we were talking to McCook about Tyson, and then all of a sudden he walks in the room, and now your daughter walks in the room.
So can we start talking about like $1 million or something, see what happens?
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah.
I'm for it.
It's going to make up, boom, just like
that. All right,
that.
Shepherd reaction quickly.
Reaction to Shepherd, super rainy day. I think Coach said two things in the past 6 weeks that have really stuck with me. The first thing he said was tonight, I was kind of watching before I showed up. He said the ball looked heavy.
Yes.
And it did. My goodness. And it just shows you that rain is the passing game kryptonite. And whether it's footing, whether it's just the play calling and just being nervous, but it just seems to that. But I have learned two things. When it's raining, we do not throw the ball as well as we normally do, but we still throw the ball a lot better than the other team. So
that's true.
Yeah, amen.
I wonder why.
Yeah, the ball looked heavy, and it was a long day. It was supposed not to be raining. I'm sure you guys were looking at the Weather Channel.
Yeah. Did you end up going up there?
Of course. Yeah. Listen, if Tyson and them play in Siberia, I will be there in the pregame. No problem at all. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But also, and the next thing that Coach McCook said that will stick with me is never complain about winning. And so Shepherd University, and we've never been 5-0, Tyson and I, at Shepherd University. So I think that everyone can agree that we are super excited, and what a great time to be a Shepherd Ram.
All righty, we're going to take a break, and on the other side of that break, you'll have your guest on, and it'll be time for
it's on
our
tonight.
Arm wrestling challenge for $2,000 this week, correct?
$2,000, never been beat. We'll go over it after the break.
So if you want in on that $2,000, you better get to the Neon Moon Tavern right now before it's too late. You're tuned into Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures even farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Civic and a 3.9% APR on a 2022 Accord or 2023 HRV.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si based on EPA estimate of MY20 full-line automaker fleet-wide fuel economy 2021 EPA Automotive Trends Report.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.
Welcome back to the final segment of Monday Night Mayhem, live from the Neon Moon Tavern before some Monday Night Football between the Rams and the 49ers. Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 as I'm alongside the Beast in Travis Bagent. And Travis, we got a guest back on here from a former state championship team, and I'll let you take it over.
I do. So first of all, we do not have a local business today. I have a great buddy out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He runs a company called Never Been Beat. As you can see me rocking the sweatshirt here today. He told me he's been watching the show. He'd love to be a part of it. I could bring any guest I wanted to. And, you know, those of you who were tuned in last week know that me and the great James Neal from James Neal Diversified Services had an interesting debate about the greatest of all Martinsburg teams. And then as soon as I got home, this guy right here is in my inbox talking about, hey, if you need some serious debate and insight on who exactly the greatest Martinsburg team is, I'm here to debate anytime. So just to draw a little reference from here, I was training a kid named Jake Mills back in 2009, and his dad, Kevin Mills, is the owner of Mills and Associates. I think they have another name, but they are some prominent defense attorneys in Martinsburg. And James is, Jake is now a partner in that firm and a lawyer. He's even helped me out. I know you might not think I'm the type of guy that needs a lawyer.
Never,
but
never.
Every once in a while, stuff goes down, okay? So Jake has helped me out, but a long time ago, Jake told me he wanted to be the quarterback at Martinsburg High School. I'm like, yo, who's the quarterback? He's like, we don't really have one. There's a left-handed guy that I think I can beat out. So we trained really hard. Jake ended up not being the starting quarterback. Insert, I think this guy was playing maybe tight end or something the year before.
Yep, linebacker, tight end, yeah.
So insert Brandon Ashenfelter to the Martinsburg lineup in 2010, I assume. He was a junior, and the Martinsburg legacy begins. Brandon's career for 2 straight years, 28-0. And me and Tyson are watching these games. I am very aware of what's going on. So this is the reason that Tyson became a Martinsburg Bulldog, whether he knows that or not. But we were super excited about his career. And then I think he hears last week us talking about the 2017 team, the 2019 team, me arguing about Brandon or about Nate Sowers and Brandon Barrett not being a factor simply because you must be undefeated. You must win the state championship in order to be called one of the greatest teams. So I'm going to turn it over to Brandon Ashenfelter. What say you about who the greatest Martinsburg team is of all time?
Well, listen, Travis, first off, happy birthday. Yeah, it's the Beast's birthday, but kind of resorting back to what you just said, I don't think you can be in the conversation unless you have won a state championship, just because that's the standard now at Martinsburg. Right. If you don't win it, then you're kind of out of the conversation. Now, I will agree with James Neal that, and we had this debate on Facebook the other day, me and Josh Brown, but that 03-04 team might have had the two best athletes that Martinsburg's ever seen in Brandon Baird and Nate Sowers. But if you're talking best team, I'm going to give you an unbiased opinion, because even Tyson and Ezra said it had to be one of mine, either 10 or 11, right? But I honestly, just being around that 2016-2017 team, I have to go with the 2017 team. Number one, because of that guy over there in the chair, obviously. But number two, they just had so many athletes. Athletes everywhere, a defense that could stop anybody. 2019, again, another team that had athletes and a quarterback that could throw it, get it to him accurately in Elijah Banks. But I think, and I'll give you my top three, obviously 17 is my first, being that they just athletes everywhere, a defense that nobody could score on, and then you have two running backs, obviously. One is at Shepherd now playing linebacker, but he was a beast as well. So I've got 17, 11 definitely is my second, and then 19 I'll put in that third one. But I don't know if anyone's more special than that first one in 2010. Like you said, it kind of got the run started. It was the lead to this little train we have going. I don't know when the caboose is going to come. I don't know if it'll ever come, honestly. But that 2010 team was so special just because of how it happened, who we did it for. A lot of people don't know the story of Cam Pooler, but if you look into that and you really see kind of what progressed over time, that's a big part in why Martinsburg is so successful, is because that first team found a why, and then everyone else just kind of followed. So that's my intake on it, but I know you might feel the same way. You might not. I know we might have a couple more teams to be in the conversation here soon, but that's kind of where I stand on it at this point in the Martinsburg career.
4.5 minutes, by the way.
I like that, yeah. So, listen, I can't argue with you. I thought you was going to come in here and say something crazy.
I think a lot of people did. I
like it.
You should have.
Well, honestly,
Thanks
I think
for a fun show.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Well, Pat Banks did just text me.
I knew he did. I knew he would.
Pat Banks did just text me. Pat Banks told me in 2017, already then, that the greatest team in Martinsburg history was going to be in 2019. And then, of course, they had such a dominant run, and we could see that, that they're definitely in the running. But listen, the fact is, you heard that man right there. Pat Banks, if you want that smoke, he said he'll be at Mikey's Barbershop Tuesday, 5:30 a.m. That's when he gets there. If you want that smoke, come see him right there. So, hey, we only got a few minutes ago. I just want to be clear. This weekend's $500, or this week's $500, brought to you by Never Been Beat out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you want to jump on that site, neverbeenbeat.com, get you some apparel, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. But there are $2,000 on the line this week, and James Neal told me I better watch myself, because Brandon Ashenfelter has been known to be an arm wrestling guy, and I assured him.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, as sure as 2017 would whip on 2010,
I'm
about to take care of Brandon Ashenfelter as well. And then I see Adam Steely eyeballing me as well. So listen, he does not get a pass tonight. I can see him lined up. Dylan Brewer's in the house. Mr. Osborne's in the house. Hey, listen, Raymond Stobbs is in the house. Raymond Stobbs got sisters with world championship pedigree here. So, hey, are we ready to do this? All right, Brandon Ashenfelter, you on the clock.
About to say, keep those headsets on so we can hear some trash talk or something.
All right.
Keep it fair. I'm getting out of your guys' way for you.
Right in there, big guy.
Getting ready.
Somebody been pulling left-handed.
Rest of the crew coming in. Getting ready for some arm wrestling. What's going on with your equipment there, Beast?
I heard Jeff
pull that mic
Smoot
back
was
up.
here a couple of weeks ago. He must have been why that thing was pulled left-handed. All right, Ashenfelter, put that right elbow there. Put your left hand here. Listen, young man, I'll take care of everything, okay? Don't worry about it. Take these two fingers. We're going to put them right up there. and then you're just going to keep that index finger real close to that chin. That sound looks good right there. Now listen, you probably got a job. Be careful there. I don't want to bust that thing. Here we go. Ready and go. There it is. Nice. Now look at my face here. Do I look like I take any bump?
Not at all.
On my birthday, just relax there. Let that thing happen.
And
there it
Happy
is.
birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen. Brandon, thanks for joining us tonight, big
sure.
guy.
Thanks for having me.
And
Thank you,
hand
Brandon,
that thing
for
to
hopping
Adam
on.
Steele
Adam, come
here.
on, man.
Woo-wee.
All right, we might have to go left hand because I can't mess up. I can't mess up the snapping
Let's
hand,
do that.
man, so.
I got it. Well, listen, even if I break it, you can do what you did in midget league.
I mean,
in high school,
actually,
and just switch the hand.
It's possible.
All right. Well, left-handed. Now, listen, I'm not nearly. Actually, I'm way better left-handed, all right? So put that elbow there. Winner gets this nice Apple Watch right here.
You might want to take that off.
No problem. Here we go. Grab that peg there, Adam. Ready and go. Perfect. Adam, look at me.
All right.
Just relax, Adam. Just breathe. Miss Steely, you cannot help him now. It's all over.
And the Beast wins yet again.
I love
Anybody
you,
else
man.
today?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for everything.
Yes,
How much time we got? We got to wrap things up, it looks like. So thank you for tuning in to Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon Tavern. We got 30 seconds left. Beast, if you want to promote anything for next week headset-wise, or what do you got? You got to put that headset back on. You got 20 seconds or so. Who do you got next week for us for that $2,500?
Next week, $2,500. We will have Stoney's Whiskey and Wine Bar in the house. Jamie Stoneberger will be right here. I'm sure he'll have his three brothers here, so it should be real interesting.
All right, thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for some Monday Night Football between the Rams and the 49ers on Talk Radio WRNR.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern.